I'll be showing you how I created this flyer from scratch. Let's start our design. Okay, first of all you delete, then the next you enter your imports. You will go and import the background. Okay, this is the background. The next thing you do now is to rotate it. Tap your grid, then you drag it, decentralize. The next thing you do now, you lock it, then you come and change the color here so that you see what you're doing. So the next thing you do, assume you're working with a logo, you just place your logo. Let me just use this cycle as our logo. Okay, you just place your logo, then you enter shapes, you form another line. Just assume you're working for someone, form another line. Then the next thing you do now, you enter the name of the church. Okay, let me just use any church name. Let me use Land of Mercy. Land of Mercy Church, for example, just for the sake of tutorial. You shift your paddle so that when you centralize it, it will be more centralized. You reduce your text to 35. I normally work with 35. Then you go select your font. Select a perfect font. Most persons prefer Pumpkin because Pumpkin is always good. Tap your OK. Please, if you need this new Pixellab, this pro version of Pixellab, you can as well DM me on WhatsApp. I will be putting my WhatsApp number in the description of this video. Then you change your color to white. Then the next thing you do now, you see like this now is not centered. So the next thing you do now, you mark all. Then you tap here. Let me show you. Tap here. Then you tap here. You centralize it. Are you seeing? Then the next thing now, you just move your church name a little bit. Take it upwards like this. So the next thing you do now is to enter the theme. The theme is what? Midnight Cry. Oh, I don't have that sticker on my phone again. Let me check. Midnight. Okay, midweek. Then you increase the size. This is the theme. Don't forget, the graphic design is all about communicating. Then you can come here, you can select your font. The font that will be okay. There's this particular font I will use, Impact. Okay, this is the font I used, Impact. Then you will now go to your texture. Then you go, let me see if I have that sticker in my phone. If I don't have it, I will use another sticker to illustrate. Oh, the sticker is not here. God. Okay, let me use another sticker. Let me just use another sticker. Let me use this eagle. Well, since I'm using, okay, let's change the theme. Since I'm using eagle, let's say something like eagles fly or eagle swings, anything concerning eagle. Because let's use something like eagle. Then you come here, you come and import. Go enter your import, go to your gallery. Then you tap that eagle. Then the next thing is now you just reduce the size of the eagle. Then you actually drop the eagle on anywhere you want to drop it. any of this thing you want to drop it, but I believe let me just drop it on this letter A. Then the next thing you do now, you change the color. You change the color of the words. You change the color of the letter. You can change it as black for first. Then you change the ego to pure white. Okay, you can actually change the ego as black. Change the ego as black. Then the next thing you do now, you go to your square, your stroke. Then you now stroke the ego. Stroke the ego with white. You can actually stroke it. Increase your stroke to 5. Okay, 5 will be much. Just leave it at 4. Then the next thing you do now, you merge the ego, the image of the ego and the ego itself. You merge the two together. Merge it together. Then you go to your erase color. Automatically the white have erased. Next thing you do now, you enter your smooth edges. You smoothing the edges of the this thing. Don't smooth it much so it won't be obvious. Don't worry. Then next thing you do, you centralize. The next thing you do now is to change the color to white. So change the color to white. Okay, if the color does not change, this is what you will do. You hide all the background. Hide on the background. Then you save the image as PNG. Save the image as what? PNG. Hi. Save it to your gallery, because sometimes the whole thing malfunction. You just see how it just malfunction now. So next thing you do now is to just bring out the color, bring out the shapes, bring out the name, then you delete the ego, delete everything. Then you go to your gallery to import the image. Sometimes Pixellab malfunction, so you just have to use your head. So you just import it back. As import it back now, you now drag it to any size you want to. Drag it to any size you wish to drag it to. Then you can actually take it downwards like this. Then at night you can change the color to anything, you see. So it's all about using your head. Don't just give up. So then the next thing now, you enter, assuming if there is a subtitle of the church, like a subtitle, you can, like the present, you can say okay, present words, Night of Wonders, example, Night of Wonders. I say the present Night of Wonders. Also increase. Then you centralize. You can as well just increase the space. You can just space it a little bit. Okay, let's just work with 30. Let's just work with 30. Then you can just go to your theme, find a perfect this thing, perfect thing that will suit, a perfect font, so that will suit it. Okay, let's try something like this. Okay, the next thing you now, just come back, bring back your stroke, just bring back your stroke to 15. So this is it now for the sake of the tutorial. Then the next thing you do now, you come to your ego. Then you go to, first thing, go to your emboss. Tap your emboss, you emboss it. It will appear like this. Then the next thing you will do now is to reduce your ambience light. Let me show you what will happen when you reduce. When you reduce now, this thing is getting darker. So you just increase it. Just increase it to 80. Increase it to 80. Your specular hardness. Let me show you what happened when you. I'm just trying to show you something. So you can as well just drop this one at 30. Then your bevet. Look at what happens when you increase. It gets flatter. Are you understanding? Are you seeing? It gets flatter. So you just take it backwards based on what you want, or based on what you're working with. Like just based on really what you want. You can as well just leave it at that. You can take it to 40. then you tap your good. Then the next thing, you come to your 3D shadow, you enable it. Enable your 3D shadow. You don't leave it like this. You reduce the depth. Take the depth. You just reduce the depth. Just take it to 2. You can actually take it to 1. Okay, the depth is showing already. So the next thing is now come to your shadow. Enable your shadow. Then you can use black shadow. Use black shadow. Use black shadow. Then the next thing you do now, you centralize. So for the other one now, you can just say Eagle Night. Just example, or Eagle's Night, just something like that. Eagle's Night. Eagle's Night / prophecy. Let's just use something like that. / what? Prophecy. So just assume you're working with something like this now. So the next thing is now just increase the size of the font. Then you come look for a this thing font that will suit the job. You can actually use your round. Eagles line / what? Prophecy. Then you reduce it. Make the font will be at least, it should be on same lane. Even if not same, let it don't be that. Let it don't pass the eagle. Okay, like this is okay. Then the next thing, you change the color. Change the color. Then you go repeat the same process that you did with this eagle, and go to your emboss. This is how it will appear. You can actually just leave it like this, or you can still touch it anyhow you want to do. Then the next thing, you come to your 3D, you enable it, you reduce the depth. Reduce this depth also to 1 or 2. Okay, just make the depth to be 1. Then the next thing, you come to your shadow, you enable your shadow. You enable your shadow. You can reduce the opacity of your shadow to 8. Then the next thing you do now is to lock it. So now the next thing you do now is just enter your shape. Then you take your radius to the end. Take your radius to the end. If you take it, the edge will be straight. Once you take your radius to the end, automatically the edge will be what's curved. Then the next thing, reduce your opacity to 0. This is your opacity, reduce it to 0. Then you come to your stroke. You stroke it to, just stroke it to 3. The next thing you do now is to just centralize it like this. You drop it somewhere here. You change the color to yellow. Change the color to yellow. Change the color to yellow. Then you enter your date. You can say enter your date. You can actually use 29th of what? 29th of August 2020. This is how it will appear. So the next thing is nice to reduce the size. Reduce the size. Your paddling. You can take the size to 25. Then you come here, select a good font that will be good. Okay, I'll be working with this. Just use this. Then centralize. Don't always forget to centralize. Then you bring it downwards like this. Enter your color. That same color you use for the stroke, also use it too. Okay. The next thing you do now, you enter your shapes. Enter your shapes. Drag your shape like this. Then you go to your gradients. Tap your gradients. Then you enter any of the color. you tap your plus, you bring this your white to this other black side, you bring this black to this white side, then reduce the white to be transparent, make it transparent, make it to be what? Transparent. Make your white to be transparent. This is how it will appear. Then you go back again, you drag it a little bit forward. This is exactly how it will appear. Then the next thing you do now, you tap on this thing, tap your texture, then you tap your gallery, you go and look for a background of worshiper, because if you leave that job like that, it will be empty and it won't make sense. So just look for a background of worshiper, you crop it, you tap your good. This is what it will appear. This is how it will appear, sorry. Then once it appears, don't drag it from there, go to your edit, drag it from here, still go to your edit, drag it again. Okay, then you can now drag it from here. This is when how you will drag it from here. You can now drag it from here and drop it somewhere here. You see that the bits of the job just came out. The bits of the job have come out, you see. So you can lock it. Then from here now you can just enter your shapes, enter your stroke, you drop it, you change it to white, change it to white, you duplicate it, centralize, take it downwards. Are you getting? Then you drop it here, you enter your date, your theme, your date, your time and everything. Then you lock it. Then you now enter another shapes now to make the job more sweet. Enter another shapes. Then you repeat same process I did. You go to your gradients. I've already done it, so look at it here. Then you now rotate it like this. You now drag it, drop it at the edge of this place. Let it don't be as if place looks somehow empty. Then look for a color. Okay, at least this thing will actually rhyme. Then the next thing is now reduce the opacity a little bit to like 60. Then you can actually take it downwards, take it down, then bring it on top of the main thing. So this is how it is. Please kindly subscribe if you want to get tutorial like this. Kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you.